If you're into zombie apocalypses and some midnight brain pie snacks, then this recap is definitely for you. Or if you're just confused if Teresa Palmer is Kristen Stewart, then keep on watching. Welcome back to Popcorn Recap. Zombie movies are always relevant, don't you agree? That's why today, we're going back to 2013 to reminisce the events of this American paranormal romance zombie comedy film called Warm Bodies. In case you didn't know, which you probably actually don't know, Warm Bodies was inspired by Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Oh, we always love classics. Anyway, Warm Bodies follows the life of a zombie who falls in love with a young woman. Would you go on a date with a bloody zombie? Well, if that zombie is Nicholas Hoult, then you might reconsider. The world has fallen into a zombie apocalypse. Everything has been destroyed, and humans are now at the lowest point of the food chain. R, a zombie who cannot recall his name, but believes it begins with an R, spends his days wandering about an airport populated with his fellow undead some 8 years after the zombie apocalypse. He has no recollection of his family, his career, or even his previous life, but he still has ideas and feels like any other human. He remembers a few of the folks he encountered at the airport and the bleak moments before he turned into a zombie. Everyone at the airport has turned into zombies at this point, and there are even zombies who have developed into bad zombies, the uglier and scarier versions known as the Bonies. Their hearts are darkened by the loss of all hope and feeling. They probably ate their own skin and flesh due to anxiety, but R doesn't want to become like them, as he still has sentiments and dreams to become human again. But come on R, you eat brains for dessert! R likes to eat brains as it makes him see his victims' memories. He spends much of his time as a zombie aboard an aircraft listening to music. R has a zombie companion by the name of M who he meets at the airport. The two zombie pals have managed to achieve rudimentary communication with grunts and moans and occasional near words. Humans have created a wall to barricade themselves against the hungry zombies. The zombies are left with no humans to eat, so they decide to cross over and hunt for yummy human meat. While R and a band of zombies are looking for food, they come into Julie and her boyfriend Perry, along with a group of her pals who were dispatched from a walled-off human enclave by Julie's father to gather medical supplies. It seems like Julie and her boyfriend are not on good terms. R notices Julie and is pulled to her. For the first time after the zombie apocalypse, his heart beats. R later finds out that the guy he just ate had a romantic relationship with the girl he's crushing on right now. R's interest in Julie is heightened by Perry's memories. The hungry R puts some more Perry brain membranes in his pocket for some midnight snacking. He saves Julie from the rest of the pack by rubbing some zombie blood on her face. Dude, that's not the right shade of foundation, but hey, if it'll save Julie from the other zombies, then go ahead. Julie better use a good cleanser after this. The blood conceals Julie's human scent, allowing R to bring her to his airport lair. Julie is so terrified of what the zombies might do to her, so she obliges and comes with R. Julie is afraid of R and is distrustful of his motives. We get you, girl. No one wants to be abducted by a zombie. R takes care of Julie, gives her enough space to settle in, and assures her with his zombie grunts that she is safe inside the plane. That night, R indulges in a late-night brain snack. R sees Perry's memories and feels alive again. He later finds out that Julie shot Perry's zombie father, making Perry resent Julie and break away from their relationship. Because of Perry's brain memories, R now knows why Julie is terrified of him. R then returns to Julie, covering her with a blanket and playing music so she'll no longer cry and be terrified of him. When he stares at Julie, his heart, which has been dead for a long time, begins to beat anew. When Julie wakes up the next day, she expresses her hunger and demands that the zombie brings her food. She then requests that she stays inside while R goes outside to find some food. Julie uses this opportunity to run away, but she discovers a swarm of zombies outside. R magically appears behind her and smears blood on her face again. R instructs Julie to act like a zombie so she won't get eaten by them. Julie tries her best to walk like a zombie. She begins to trust him when he saves her following a botched escape attempt and finds her food. R insists on Julie staying with him for a few days until he considers it safe for her to go. The two connect by listening to LP records and playing games to pass the time, allowing R to come to life. His heart begins to beat, and he gradually gains the ability to converse with more words. Strange enough, Julie enjoys her time with R. R then eats the last piece of Perry's brain while Julie is asleep. Man, that brain is so rotten already. R feels guilty for killing Julie's boyfriend. Julie confesses that she's remained much too long and has to go home. She escapes again, but is only greeted with zombies outside. When zombie M notices R befriending a human, he gets angry and orders R to devour her instead. The ruckus causes the Bonies to arrive and the two of them flee. When they are both besieged by Bonies, M appears and attacks the zombies. M arrives to help them since he knows R has feelings for that woman. They then head to the location where R and his pals used to meet. When they arrive, R demonstrates to his pals that he is sincerely in love with Julie. It melts the hearts of the other zombies, and as a result, they let them go. Furthermore, it appears that R and Julie's connection has touched the hearts of these zombies, allowing their dead hearts to beat once again. A gang of Bonies approach them not long after. Bonies are aware that M and other zombies collaborated to save R and Julie. This enrages the already anxious Bonies, who plot to assault the human camp. At the same moment, Julie and R, who has just left the airport, come to a halt in front of an empty house that Julie's father has vacated. They discovered a Polaroid camera inside the house and took shots of each other. Why do people still get flirty even when the apocalypse is just around the corner? Julie asks R to sleep with her as she prepares to go to bed. She is concerned that another zombie may break in and attack them. Soon after, they're ambushed by patrol forces going through the region. Julie can see her father, but she hasn't come out to see him because she's worried about R and believes the army will murder him. Well, of course, R is obviously a zombie. R then attempts to reveal the truth to Julie, alleging that he is the one who murdered her lover. Julie is saddened and unhappy since her lover was slain by a zombie who protected her. R remembers what it's like to go asleep and dream for the first time in a long time. He fantasizes about locating Julie, Perry, and Nora. It's obvious that R wants to be with Julie in his fantasy, but Perry says R can't be with her since he ate her boyfriend. R discovers that Julie has abandoned him the next morning. This saddens R, and he feels bad for what he's done in the past. Perhaps this is the last time he'll be able to appreciate how wonderful it is to be a regular human being. They decide to ignore all that has transpired between them previously. Julie ultimately returns home to the border wall, where she encounters her frightened, bald father. Meanwhile, R can finally see his closest friend M and his zombie companions. R informs M that Julie is already content with her family and other regular individuals. M then informs R that they were able to dream for the first time last night. However, it appears that there is one major issue that R must be aware of, and that's the fact that the Bonies plan to invade the human wall. As a result, R infiltrates the human barricade with the help of M and his other zombie companions in order to tell Julie of the wicked zombies' plans. They then assemble decent zombies to aid humanity in their fight against the Bonies. R instructs his pals to wait in the stadium as they prepare to leave for the border town. R encounters Julie's friend Nora, who's surprised to see R in the area and recognizes R's developing humanity. When R discovers that the other bodies are also resurrecting, the three of them seek to inform Colonel Grigo, Julie's father, and the survivors' commander. Colonel Grigo ignores them and threatens to murder R, only to be stopped by Nora pulling a pistol on him. Who is this Nora girl? We should see more of this model's face in other movies. Going back, Julie and R flee to a basketball park where the rest of R's gang is waiting, but they're attacked by the Bonies. While M and his gang of zombies battle the Bonies, Julie and R flee, but become imprisoned. R takes the only way out by jumping into a pool deep below, protecting Julie from the impact. They kiss when Julie retrieves R from the bottom of the pool. Hopefully, R's brain breath isn't that bad. Colonel Grigo comes and without warning, shoots R in the shoulder. Julie tries to persuade him that R has changed when she finds him bleeding from his wound, demonstrating that he has fully recovered and is human once more. The humans and zombies join forces and murder the majority of the Bonies, while the remainder dies of famine as the zombies slowly resurrect and merge into human civilization. M gets a girlfriend, and the other zombies return to being humans again. R and Julie witness the destruction of the city's wall, signaling the end of the apocalypse. And that's it for today's recap. See you next time.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notifications and leave a like. It really helps the channel.